Money. It's something that you want, something that you're using daily. Sometimes you maybe dream about it, think about it. Sometimes it gets you excited and sometimes it stresses you out. But the question is, what is money? What is money? Have you ever thought about that? What is actually money? What is that thing that you are working so hard for? What is that thing that you are trading your time for, that you are trying to learn, that you're trying to understand? Have you ever thought about it? In today's episode, I want to talk about what money is and give you a bit of a perspective, kind of just so you understand of what it is. Because what I have found is that when we work towards something and we want to have something that we don't completely understand what it is, the power that it has, and the sort of chains of slavery, so to speak, that it creates or has potential to create, we are starting to rely on a third party. And when we don't know the truth, they can tell us whatever story they want, and we will believe it because we don't know any better. So today, I want to talk about what money is, how it works, how it's created, and just give you a brief history of it, but it's going to be important aspect for us as we're talking about different things, because, just knowing what it is, it's kind of like, okay, that's cool, I feel smarter, but how are we going to use that? That is going to be the key. So money, oftentimes you have heard a synonym to a degree being called as something is called currency. Okay, I'm going to write it down because it is important. Currency. Okay. And you might have also heard of the word fiat. And no, it's not a car. Fiat is a car, but we're not talking about cars over here. Fiat basically means that the value of the particular currency is derived by the decree of the government. So the reason that we are all using dollars, euros, yen, whatever your local currency is because our local government, or United States federal government, has decided that US dollar is our currency and the sort of legal tender to be able to pay each other, to be able to earn, and above all, pay taxes. That's the only way that you can pay taxes. Now, I can employ you and I can pay you in whatever currency you and I agree to, right? Even though I'm United States, you can be in the United States. But if we agree that I'm going to pay you in yen, then I can pay you in yen. What we're going to have to do, both you and I, is because we're in the United States and the work is in the United States, we're going to have to convert that and pay the government in US dollars. That's basically how fiat currency has started. Now, there are a lot of people talking about how, currency way back when, what was money? Money used to be all kinds of different things. It was seashells, it was salt, it was gold nuggets, gold coins, silver coins. People use it, different things. So it's really an exchange method that hopefully holds value, so that my $1 bill and your $1 bill are exactly the same value. People have used all kinds of stuff, as I have mentioned, and a lot of times we could trade things. So maybe I need your chicken and you need my cow. Okay, so give me 5 chickens for the cow and we'll exchange it whatever we agree to. So barter is a cool thing, and barter is kind of coming back, which is really exciting actually, and and it should be. I use it all the time with my friends and colleagues, where maybe I teach them something about the money and maybe they teach me something about health or meditation or marketing or whatever, right? So barter is really cool and exists a lot within service industry. But money is sort of the legal tender thing that we have to use within it. Way back when, it was backed by gold, and so that's why you'll hear a lot of people kind of talk about that gold standard needs to come back and it's really important. And gold is just one of the asset classes, if you would, that you can invest in, and there are good and bad things in it, and we're going to talk a little bit more about in one of the upcoming episodes. I am certain of it. But for right now, just know that in 70s, we basically went completely off gold standard and our money became debt and debt only. And that basically means is that to create dollars, the way that they are sort of born into the world is that they're borrowed into the existence. And they're borrowed into the existence to the government. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money because watching me talk like this is probably very boring. There are some very, very cool videos that I'm actually going to link below. They're not my videos, but they're very cool videos that talk about sort of what money is and how it was created throughout the history. What I want you to understand is that money is debts, right? Money is debt. That is what I want to focus on, because that is going to be the most important thing to us. Understanding the history of it is really, really cool. Understanding of kind of how things are born and how they're created and what they do and how banks, function and how central governments and central banks sort of manipulate the stuff is really cool, and it's really, really important stuff. But I'm not going to spend all of this stuff because there's some really cool animated, almost cartoon-like videos out there that explain all this stuff, and I think that those are really cool way to learn. What I do want to talk about is if we know that money equals debts, then how do we think about money differently? Has that changed at all for you? Because it has changed for me. When I first realized that, hey, wait a minute, money is debt and debt is money, then that means that maybe I need to start paying more attention to what's happening on the debt side of the cycle and think about it in a different regard. Maybe when I am saving stuff, I'm saving for specific reasons and not just saving ad nauseum. Since realizing this, my saving, okay, I'm gonna put it into a bucket, has a very specific purpose of what I am saving the money for. It is important to save up money, and in the next episode, I'm actually going to talk about specifically of what this saving is for and how I think about it, how I split it, and this is where we're going to get into the budgeting without budgets. So if you love budgets, you keep on doing it, but if you are just like me and budgets are not your thing, then I invite you to watch the next episode. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay forever money blessed, and do remember, you are only one deal away.